watching Thrifty Kaniffy.
Hello everyone and welcome to Thrifty Kaniffy. Well, today we're going to be doing a premium knife review. Going to be taking a look at this case knife, and it's a one over $50, so that fits that premium roll. Comes in this packaging here with the burgundy style box with the gold lettering. This is from their limited edition line, the limited XX edition. I think this is like the 37th series of that limited edition line. And you can see case knives made in the United States out of Bradford, Pennsylvania. W.R. Case & Sons Cutlery Company, established 1889. We're going to be looking at model number 12214, the old red bone Barnboard Jig Barlow. Pattern number 62009, 1/2, in stainless steel. Born on date, December 5th of 2023. All right. So here's what we're looking at here. We've got a standard length Barlow, 3 3/8 inches. You have nickel silver bolsters, and you can see they're just plain. Nice little taper at the end there. And a plain handle too, no shield. So just a wonderful barnboard jig. You get a full look at the way those are jigged there on this one, on this old red bone. Kind of a deep bone, almost a cherry red. Very, very vibrant. And some great transition in the color here. You can see a little lighter patch there and a little there. Just love the way they do the jigging on this. Looks fantastic. Got the brass pins here, which really set off that red color, I think. A good color combination. You got 2 spun ones and then 2 normal pins. And yeah, the transitions are fantastic, and it's hafted really well, smooth around the edges. If we look at the other side as a comparison, much the same. You still have a lot of that transitioning color there, a little lighter patch here and here. Gets a little darker there at the top ridge. So yeah, some nice character to it. Again, really good transitions to the bolster there. And it just looks to be really well hafted. It just feels really good in the hand. Back springs, everybody wants to know what the back springs look on a case knife. We'll go over that really thoroughly. The back end looks phenomenal. You do just get a tiny bit of gapping right here, and I do mean tiny. I can live with that. Thing is a fingerprint magnet, but yeah, no rough edges along the top there. The tangs are rolled over. That feels good. Nothing sharp. It's just really well finished. They do a fantastic job of finishing knives over at Case. Let's take a look at the blade centering. This secondary blade looks pretty close. It's just right of center. Main blade, not as good. You're a little further right than I'd like to see it, but it is not touching the edge. You can just see a gap between the liner and the blade, so I think we're okay there. If we open it up, and let's get a good cleaning on it so we can see it perfectly. I'm not seeing any rubbing there. I'm not seeing any scratches. Yeah, so I think we're good. But you do get a good look at the blade etch there. Not a massive fan of that, to be honest. But as far as blade etches go, I mean, I've seen things that look much more out of place, I'll say. These, you know, at least a stylized lettering, and you get something that makes sense with the knife. But if they left it off there, I wouldn't be disappointed. All right, so if we look at it, the blade tang here, we've got case XX and 7 dots. So 10 dots would be 2020, 9 2021, 8 2022, and 7 2023. So that makes sense. We've got a tang stamp that matches the date on the box. Even though it was in December, it didn't roll over and into that next year. So yeah, 2023. Good pull on that main blade. I'd say it's right about 7.5 to a half stop. And then good snap on the open. Very affirmative snap. Good spring tension there. It's not going anywhere. Feel like you got a lot of confidence in use there. And it looks like it has a pretty even blade edge. Nothing horrific by any means. So they've taken care of that pretty well. Looks to be even on both sides. Nice attractive clip point blade on these Barlows. I won't say it's my favorite looking clip blade. I honestly think, you know, as far as Barlows are concerned, some of the Sheffield knives are tough to beat in terms of their blade appearance. But this one's right at 2.5 inches total length. And then you got a cutting edge right about 2 1/4, maybe just shy of 2 1/4. So a little over 2 1/8, but a little shy of 2 1/4 cutting edge. You do have a little bit of a choil there to work with. It's not right up against the drop grind there. So you'd plunge grind. So yeah, it should be good for sharpening. And yeah, it does have a nice affirmative half stop there. And like I said, about a 7.5 pull on it. So pretty happy with the action on that one. And of course that 3 3/8 inch handle just does kind of get your fourth finger on there. It's a little hanging off. Larger hand, maybe this is more of a 3-finger grip for you guys, but I can just kind of get my fourth finger on there if I'm choked all the way up. But I always loved the Barlow pattern. Really like the ones from Case. They just seem like they're pretty smartly done. You got the nail neck in the front for the main blade, and then when you flip it over, you got the nail neck on the back to access that secondary blade. So our secondary blade on this one, pin blade, and then it has the tang etch there to give you the pattern number, USA 62009 SS. So we've got stainless steel blades. Of course, the Tru-Sharp surgical steel blades, what they used to call it. Now they just kind of shorten it to Tru-Sharp blades. And look at the blade grind on that one. Probably could be a little better polished. It's a little bit toothy, but some people like that. It looks to be pretty even and not crazy heavy or anything like that on either side, or wonky. So up and down, it seems to be pretty even there. A little larger tang you get on these pen blades on the Case knives. Yeah, so they do kind of protrude out a little bit from the knife. But you have a total length with that tang at 2 inches, cutting edge right about 1 3/4. But I do overall like the shape of the spear point blade they put on these, the pen blade. But that tang does seem a little large. But that seems to be pretty commonplace with many different Barlows I've looked at, especially like the Baron Sons. Have a really long tang on them like that. But good action on that blade as well. So I'm thinking that's probably about 7.5 as well. Again, good confidence in the spring action on that one. Not going anywhere. Feel like that's a very trustworthy blade when it's in an open position. And the comfort level is pretty good. You know, I know that main blade does protrude a little more, but even with a firm grip, it's really not that uncomfortable. So, just a really good pattern from Case. I really like their Barlows. I'm very, very happy they brought these back and with a little more consistency. They had disappeared for some time, and I don't really understand why. They probably could have been selling a lot of these. They kept them available, but no, they were a vault pattern as late as, like, I think 2019, and now they're out of the vault being made again. So happy to see that. Fantastic pattern from Case. I've always liked their Barlows. I think they're very stylish. Again, I think the only thing that I maybe aren't just enamored with is that blade edge. Could have done without that. But otherwise, a really, really wonderful knife. But that's going to do it for my review, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell to be made aware of videos when they drop. We'll see you next time. Take care.